you're prepared to break the silence. I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees, and I may fall as I'm so close to the end.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel. It is my final video of the 23-24 Premier League season. I thought what I would do a Premier League team of the season. But with this, all will be revealed. All will be revealed. But please do remember to hit that like button. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. We are getting ever so closer to 3K, which is absolutely amazing. When I thought that that was a target by the end of the year, we're very close now. We are getting very close. So what's this video going to concur? Well, we are going to do a Premier League team of the season. As I said, there is a twist. You can only have one player from one team. Now, yes, so basically goalkeeper. Basically, my formation is going to be a 4-2-3-1. So I'm going to do that now. So my team of the season is going to consist of obviously 4 defenders, 2 midfielders, 3 attackers behind 1 striker. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do as well. There will be a bench to this as well. But this was not as easy as I thought it was. So if you want to have a go, please do feel free to have a go in the comments down below. Right. So, goalkeeper. If there's any chance of a Liverpool player to be in this team of the season, it's got to be this man. It has got to be this man. Alisson Becker. Now, I know a lot of people will be saying, "Oh, you've only just put Alisson in there because he's Liverpool." But I think if you remember the start of the season, I think the start of the season we played really well. Alisson was a big factor in that. If you remember the save, I think it was from Almiron where he basically tipped it onto the crossbar. And I thought then that that was a very good save. Alisson for me has been undoubtedly a reason why we finished third this season. A special shout out to obviously Caoimhin Kelleher as well. I think he's deputised really well as well. But I just think for me, Alisson Becker's still goalkeeper in the Premier League. I think if you want to put it as well, that last season he was definitely player of the season for Liverpool. This season, I think you could probably argue there's a couple of players there. I think you could probably say there's definitely a few players to say there, but no, for me, Alisson Becker. If I had to put a Liverpool player in there, it was definitely going to be Alisson Becker. But again, another very good season for the big Brazilian goalkeeper. And obviously, when he was injured, Kelleher did do very well to deputise as well. But yeah, for me, I think Alisson Becker, for me, is in this team of the season. Now, look, this is still very difficult to choose. So my right back is going to be this man, and it is going to be Pedro Porro. Now, I could have potentially picked any of the Tottenham fullbacks because Destiny Udogie at left back has been absolutely fantastic. But I've gone for Pedro Porro. Now, I could have gone Ben White here, but you can kind of see where I'm coming from. You know, which sort of Arsenal players are in this sort of this team of the season. But I think if we're talking about right backs of the who can attack really really well, defend very very well, and go up with a few goals, Pedro Porro is your man. I think he has been excellent for Tottenham this season. Um, a player that obviously came in from Sporting Lisbon as well. And I have to say, I think Pedro Porro has proven a lot of people wrong. A lot of people said he couldn't defend, but I think this season he has come up with a few goals. And I have to say, I think he's been very, very good as well. Um, I think he is a really, really good player for Tottenham. I mean, I could have picked Destiny Udogie at left back. I could have easily done that. But for me, Pedro Porro, amazingly, he is not in the Spain national squad. I'm absolutely shocked about that. He's not in the Spain squad for the he's not in the Spain squad for the upcoming Euros, which I find baffling, to be honest with you. But look, Pedro Porro, another very good season for Tottenham. Obviously, Tottenham did finish fifth, and I think he's been excellent. I think he has been absolutely excellent for Tottenham. So I have gone for Pedro Porro at right back. Now, centre backs, we're going to start off with a player who I think has undoubtedly been a breakthrough star this season, and it is Jared Branthwaite. Yes, and yes, that is when he scored against Liverpool, right? Jared Branthwaite. What can we say about Branthwaite? I think there is a lot of suitors for this guy in the summer. Manchester United included. I think Chelsea are wanting him as well. I believe Bayern Munich, I think, were another one that we're looking at him. Doesn't really surprise me with the way that he's been playing this season, Branthwaite. I think he has been excellent for Everton. And actually, an Everton side that didn't really concede many goals when you think about it. Obviously, Jordan Pickford did finish second behind David Raya in the Golden Glove competition. But look, Jared Branthwaite is a massive, massive rumor, a massive, massive reason for that. And look, Everton survived when they did. They survived pretty, pretty well. And I think Jared Branthwaite is a reason for that. So yeah, congratulations to Jared Branthwaite. I think he has been excellent this season. I think if you did the team of the season, if you were going to pick one player from each side, I think he would definitely get in it. I think he would get in a lot of team of the seasons, and I think Jared Branthwaite has had an amazing, amazing season for Everton. So yeah, I think I'm very, very happy about that pick because I think obviously look at overall the season as a whole. He's come up with a few goals, and obviously that goal against Liverpool in the Merseyside derby, he will always, remember that. And not bad for a player as well. I think was on loan at Carlisle a couple of seasons ago as well. He's been excellent. He has been excellent, and yeah, I couldn't really keep an Everton player out of this team. If I did have to pick, it would definitely be between Branthwaite and Jordan Pickford. But I've just gone for Branthwaite because I think he has been excellent this season. Now, another player who I've been very, very impressed with, and it's my Crystal Palace pick, and it is Joachim Anderson. Yes, I've gone for Joachim Anderson. Statistically, most aerial duels won for a defender this season was Joachim Anderson. And actually, when you look at it, Crystal Palace had a really good end to the season, didn't they? Obviously, finishing 10th under Oliver Glasner. Which is absolutely amazing when you think about it. And look, I think Joachim Anderson is a player again who will be touted by a lot of clubs this season. But I've got to say that I think if you stay at Palace, because I think Mark Guehi is one of them that could potentially be on the lookout potentially for a new club. But for me, Joachim Anderson, he's solid as anything. He's obviously in the Denmark squad for the upcoming Euros, and I think he'll have a good Euros as well. And he is a very, very good defender. He is a very, very good defender, and like another defender that pops up with goals as well. So yeah, for me, Joachim Anderson has been excellent this season. So yeah, now the next one. I'll be honest, left back has been a position I haven't really been too impressed with. Obviously, you've got Bardiol at Manchester City. I think Milos Kirkish was another one as well. But the one man I've gone for, and I think he's probably been statistically the best left back of the season, is this guy. It is Anthony Robinson of Fulham. Yeah, I think another player that's going to be touted by a few clubs this season. I think you've got to say Anthony Robinson has had a very good season for Fulham. 6 assists, 0 goals, unfortunately. So that's a. I know he's obviously a left back, but um, he has been very, very good. Statistically, down the left hand side, very attacking fullback, defends very, very well as well. Has been linked with Liverpool, which again, that kind of is not surprising, and if you want to say that as well. But yeah, Anthony Robinson has had a very, very good season for Fulham, and yeah, I think potentially could be one that goes in the summer. But we'll obviously need to wait and see. And obviously with the upcoming 2026 World Cup as well, he'll be wanting to definitely put a marker down for that left back's berth for the United States of America. So I'm gonna say that Anthony Robinson was definitely my left back player of the season. Now, you'll notice how difficult this has been because I have finally managed to get an Arsenal player, and if there's any Arsenal player that deserves to be in this team of the season, it is this man, Declan Rice. Yes, what a season he has had. Declan Rice has been absolutely outstanding. Yes, I know Arsenal did finish trophyless in the end, but I think what you've got to say, he has put Arsenal onto a different level. And the amount of goals he scores as well, especially for the central defensive midfielder. I know obviously you've got Rodri at Manchester City, but I think if you look at like how difficult this has been to put this to together with obviously only one player from one club, you can understand. You could have had Raya, you could have had Saliba, you could have had Gabriel, you could have easily had Odegaard, you could have had Saka in there as well. But for me, Declan Rice, I think he has been a very good player for Arsenal this season, and we all know what he did at West Ham. He was very, very good at West Ham, but I think he's taken his game to another level this season, and I think he has been excellent. So obviously memorable goals against Manchester United as well. That one at West Ham when I think he curled in for the sixth goal, didn't even rate, of course, which yeah, you can kind of understand as well. But yeah, Declan Rice has had a very, very good season, and I've got to say, very, very good signing for Arsenal, and will only get better. Now, my next midfielder is a guy who, again, has had another fantastic breakthrough season. Um, and this is the man who has scored against Liverpool and has scored against Manchester City. It is Kobbie Mainoo of Manchester United. Yes. What do we say? A player who we kind of only saw sort of midway through the season, but my goodness me, you've got to say he has had a magnificent breakout season. And as I said, he did score against Liverpool. That goal at Wolves as well. I know Manchester United have not had the best of seasons, and obviously eighth place, but that FA Cup one will be great. Look at those City fans there, not very, very best impressed of going 2-0 down in the FA Cup final. But like I think you've got to say, Kobbie Mainoo has been outstanding for Manchester United, and actually, I could have put Bruno Fernandes in there. I could have put. I think there was obviously Dalot at right back as well. But I just think if you look at the Manchester United season as a whole, I think Kobbie Mainoo deserves to be in this team. And actually, another breakout player who I think will play really, really well in the upcoming Euros. Whether or not he obviously makes the final squad is another matter. But I think Kobbie Mainoo is showing at an age that he's only what 18, 19. he has got bags and bags of potential. And even when it wasn't going well for him at Manchester United, I think some games this season, but he did get criticised, which I think was really really harsh on an 18-year-old player. But Kobe Manu, fantastic player. And actually, if you scored against Liverpool and Manchester City, then you go into United folklore, don't you? And look, they're very very good for getting players through the academy, but for me, Kobe Manu has been absolutely outstanding and deserves to be in this team of the season. Now we'll go to left wing. As I said, I am playing a 4-2-3-1, and I'm going to go for a player who finished second behind, or was it third? It was either second or third behind Erling Holland in the Golden Boot race, and it is this man, Alexander Isak, who again, I've been kind of saying all season he has been excellent for Newcastle United. Um, you'll notice that I put him left wing because there is obviously another striker who I have put in here. Again, you could have easily played left wing, but yeah, Alexander Isaac. What can we say about him? Um, a player who sort of came from the La Liga, came from obviously Real Sociedad, and played for Sociedad, and then made that £70 million move to Newcastle. This season, he has really, really stepped up his game. I know he scored is basically his arrival from Sociedad. Scored at Anfield on his debut. I mean, not many players do that, do they? But this season, I just think he's taken this game to another level. Um, I think he got a hat trick as well. He got a hat trick, and I think it was against West Ham. Look, he has been excellent, Isaac. I think you've got to say that Isak, or was it Brentford he got his hat trick? I think it was either Brentford or West Ham he got his hat trick. But like Isaac has been a very good player for Newcastle United, and yeah, a lot of goals and coming up with a few assists as well. Big target in the summer for Arsenal. I know that. I think Liverpool were another team that were wanting to get him. So he'll definitely be a sought after player. A player probably deserves to be at the Euros as well. I know Sweden haven't made it, but Isaac, very very good signing for Newcastle. And again, can only get better. Only at 21 years old, he's only going to get better. Is Alexander Isak. So we'll move on to the central attacking midfielder now. There is only one position for this guy, and for me, and most people's player of the season, and I think everyone has to say it, Phil Foden. Now you can see how difficult this was, wasn't it? Because again, I could have had Ederson, I could have had Gavardio, I could have had Carl Walker, I could have had John Stones, I could have had any City players, I could have had Rodri as well, but there's no way I was leaving Phil Foden out of this team. What do we say about Phil Foden? He has just been. He is another player that's put his game up to another level, and for me, undoubtedly player of the season. Um, I know there was a lot of people shouting out for sort of maybe Declan Rice or, I think I don't think Holland. I think Holland made the young player shortlist, but again, Phil Foden 23 goals this season. I mean that is fantastic for Phil Foden, and look, I think he's been excellent again this season. Come on with a few hat tricks as well. Um, he has really really stepped up his game and undoubtedly deserves to be in 6 Premier League titles at the age of only 23. And again, another player who is only going to get better and better and better. It's whether or not Gareth Southgate plays him in the right position this upcoming Euros. I've got to say, because for me, if England are really wanting to get success, it's definitely down to Phil Foden. You have to play him centrally. You have to play him centrally. None of this playing him out wide or playing him left or playing him right. It's got to be central because centrally he has been unbelievable for Manchester City. So yeah, for me, undoubtedly player of the season, and he had to get into my player of the team of the season. as well. Right, we'll move on to the right wing, and again, this was a no-brainer for me. It has to be Cole Palmer for Chelsea because, again, another player who has kind of shown this season that he can play. He can play. Obviously, made that big money move from Manchester City to Chelsea this summer, and he's been Chelsea's best player. There's no denying that he has been Chelsea's best player. I think I read the stat. I don't know if this is true or not. Without Cole Palmer's goals, Chelsea would be, I think, 17th or 18th in the table. So it just goes to show that he's been an influx of their goals. I know they've obviously got Jackson there to score the goals, and Kunku there as well, and obviously the creativity of Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, and obviously Moises Caicedo as well. But Cole Palmer, I think he deservedly got the young player of the season. I think that's definitely one thing to say about it. He's been excellent. He has had an excellent season for Chelsea. Again, a bit unlucky to obviously go trophyless. Obviously, Chelsea did have the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool. But look, I think Cole Palmer has been excellent, and some of his goals this season have been breathtaking to watch. Absolutely breathtaking to watch. So yeah, Cole Palmer undoubtedly in this team of the season. Now we go on to striker. And again, this was a no-brainer. This was an absolutely no-brainer whatsoever. It's Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins, and my goodness me, Ollie Watkins has again put his game to another level. There is a lot of rumours about Ollie Watkins this summer. I hope he gets to be in the Euros squad. I know he is obviously in the provisional squad at the moment. Um, Harry Kane will obviously be the number one striker, but someone to come off the bench, Ollie Watkins, I think is he's another option for Gareth Southgate. He has been excellent, and a main reason his goals they stepped up for Aston Villa to go into the Champions League. And look, Ollie Watkins will be a fantastic player next season. There's no denying that. Um, I'm really excited to see what he can do next season. To say the very very least, I know that Liverpool have been linked with him as well. He is couldn't be a target for most clubs. He will definitely be a target for most clubs. But for me, I think he has been excellent. And a reason that Aston Villa did get into the Champions League was because of his goals. But it's not all about his goals. It's his hold up play. It's his all round play as an attacker. Coming in with a few assists as well, which was very, very good to see. So, yeah, so there we go, guys. There is my team of the season. One player from one club. So I'll just go through it very, very quickly again. So in goals, I have Alison Becker. Right back, I've got Pedro Porro. Centre back, Jared Branthwaite. Um, and again, centre back Joachim Anderson, left back Anthony Robinson, centre defensive midfielder Declan Rice, centre midfielder Kobe Minu from Manchester United, left wing Alexander Isak, central attacking midfielder Phil Foden, right wing Cole Palmer, and then striker Ollie Watkins. Right, I did say that there would be a bench as well. Now, the two clubs I haven't put a player in for have been Burnley and Sheffield United. I think, if we're being honest, Burnley, I don't think there's many players I could have put in there for the bench. Sheffield United again, I don't think there was many players to put in there as well. So here's my bench. I've got Matt Sills from Nottingham Forest, Milos Kirkic from Bournemouth, Max Kilman from Wolves, Ross Barkley from Luton Town, Mohamed Kudus from West Ham, Brian Embuemo from Brentford, and Danny Welbeck from Brighton. Yeah, Matt Sells, very good signing for Nottingham Forest. I think he's been a solid goalkeeper to come in especially in a position that was very, very problematic for Nottingham Forest. Milos Krkic, I think, has been excellent. Another player who will be playing for Serbia at this month's Euros as well. Very, very good player. Very, very good player. Max Kilman has had a very good season for Wolves. Ross Barkley, I think it's been a bit of a season of rebirth for Ross Barkley. I think he's had an excellent season for Luton Town. It looks like he could be potentially going to Aston Villa. There's a lot of rumours about potentially Ross Barkley going to Aston Villa. I've just realised I've got Ollie Watkins still on the P. Yeah, let me just get that off. So obviously, yeah, that was something as well. But yeah, Ross Barkley is potentially going to Aston Villa, which again, it'd be another good season as well. Mohamed Kudus for West Ham. That was difficult because I could have had Mohamed Kudus, I could have had Lucas Paqueta, I could have potentially had Jared Bowen as well. But I think if we're talking about players who really had a good season, Kudus, I think, is a very good season for West Ham as well. Brian Mbeumo. Now, I know people will say that Brian Mbeumo has missed a chunk of the season. To come back from injury and get 9 goals, very, very good return, especially when he was injured for a number of weeks as well. And Danny Welbeck, another player who I think has had a very good season for Brighton as well. So I think that's going to be another fantastic player to look out for this season. So there we go, guys. There we go. That is the 23-24 Premier League season done and dusted with. Yeah, please let me know your thoughts about this team of the season. Yeah, as I said, there's a bit of a twist. Obviously, one player from one club. So let me know yours in the comments. That should be very, very interesting, to say the very, very least. But from now on, it will be Euros content galore. I will be bringing out Euros content galore. But thank you to everyone who has watched the Premier League, the Prem Prediction Show. I know halfway through that I did have a wee break as well. I will be better next season. I'll be better from next season onwards. And obviously, thank you to everyone who has joined in the predictions, has obviously done the fantasy football. I'll still be doing that next season. So please keep an eye out for that as well. But yeah, let me know your team of the season, guys, with one player from one club only. And yeah, I think this will be a bit difficult. This will be very, very difficult for a lot of people as well. But until then, I will see you for the. What is it? I'm doing a Euro shirt show on Wednesday, so please come and tune in for that. That should be very, very interesting, to say the very, very least. Really, really looking forward to that. So yes, please do come and check that out as well. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about this team of the season. And I will see you very, very soon. But yeah, until then, the 23-24 season, the 23-24 Premier League season is done and dusted for another season. I will see you in the 24-25. See you later. Bye-bye.
Give me all you've got if you're prepared to break the silence. I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lion.